Okay, my name is Naji, known as Wavey. I'm a hip-hop producer. I teach also music technology to young people. So I work in youth music, helping young people record their music and stuff. And I'm from Leicester. Okay, so I was with Hardcore Trio, involved with Hardcore Trio. Ooh, top of my head, probably about, it was a good 8-year or so stretch, I would say, something like that. Now you're testing me now. I start calculating the years, but yeah, it's about that kind of time we was running from, say, from around, say, maybe 87, possibly 86 at the earliest, 87 up to about mid-90s, back end of the 90s, yeah. It was, like I say, it's about around 87 time. The members of Hardcore Trio were Steady Samuel, Simon Blunt, and the original Hardcore Trio actually was Steady, Simon, and Steady's brother. They were the trio. Okay, me and Nicky Francis. Yeah, you know, me and Nicky have been brethren from day. He's my oldest friend. We've always, you know what I mean, moved together, and we had a bit of a rep on the scene as dancers. And the thing that back then was, you had a crew, then you had a crew of dancers that would nice up the dance floor for the DJ. And so I got approached by Steady, and he asked if I'd join the crew as a dancer with me and Nicky. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that, let's make that happen. So we joined up with the crew. They was getting some, it was starting to make noise on the circuit back then. They kind of, not just started, but there was, you know, they'd got into what they was doing, and they was making some manoeuvres. And so they were starting to play all around the Midlands and such. And they needed some hype dancers, so me and Nicky came on board. And that kind of evolved into me being like the mic man for Steady when he was DJing. And Simon used to DJ as well, but not as much. He was more the artistic director, if you like. And then Steady was like the musical director, and I was like one of the dancers, and kind of evolved into me being the mic man for Steady, more time for Steady, because he used to DJ the most. And so that's how it kind of evolved into the crew as you remember it, Hardcore Trio, because there was, like I say, the original crew was Steady, Simon, and Steady's brother. Is it Fitz? I'm sure it was Fitz. Fitzroy, I think his name was, if I remember rightly. And then me and Nicky. We was like the crew, you know? And we kind of evolved the name into Hardcore Unit, because it was no longer a trio anymore. So we had an AKA as well. So it was known as Hardcore Unit as well. So yeah, that's kind of how it started and how it evolved. And you had you know, a lot of the main players was bubbling and doing their thing quite intensively back then. So you had people like DJ SD Crime, you know, you had Luby, who was known as a dancer on the scene, who was a dancer. You had FBI crew, you know, anywhere we'd go, we'd see them. We'd travel far and wide, and we would see FBI. And we thought, yeah, no one's going to be cleaning Scunthorpe. We turned up, their man are already in there. You know, so we'd see those guys, you know. Then you had the Skywalker crew, of course, with Kraysky and Jedi. You know, they were making movements as well back in the day with Mark Morrison and such. So things was bubbling on the scenery, and I think that's how, you know, they got to hear of those guys, I suppose.